Welcome everybody to 2024 opening day here in the Los Angeles Angels franchise rebuild. Today we kickstart our journey to rebuild this organization, maybe from the ground up. I still have not decided whether or not to trade Mike Trout, the franchise legend, still over here in LA. But today we are going on the road to Camden Yards to take on the Baltimore Orioles. They won 101 games last season, but we're facing them today coming off a 73-win season. Trying to get off to a good start here in the 2024 MLB year. Here's some preseason stat projections for the Angels. Looks like Rendon is, I guess, supposed to have the top average, while Mike Trout will lead most of the other categories, except for steals, where Aaron Hicks is supposed to have around 7 or so to lead the team. But they think we're going to have a pretty similar record to last season. That is probably going to be true, but we'll see about that. Corbin Burnes gets the start as the new ace here in Baltimore. Won the Cy Young back in 2021, and last year had a really solid season. A 10-8 record and 32 starts, 1.07 whip, and a ERA below 3.4. Some very impressive numbers for him. And he will face last year's rookie, Nolan Sandoval, to open up the first inning as he looks at a curveball. He is the only top 100 prospect for the Angels. There's ball one on the inside slider that moves him off the plates. And then a grounder to second base. Easy outs. Number 1 for Burnes. There's our starting lineup, by the way. We're going to have a Ward, Trout, Moniak outfield. Drury at second base, so Hoppy behind the plates. And Rendon will play third base, his usual spot. And he rips one up the middle. He will get on base. All right, so already some action here on the offensive end. A man on first, Rendon, 1-for-1 start to 2024. And that brings up Fishman, Mike Trout, looking at ball one on the inside cutter. Last year batted .263, and he starts off batting 100 here today. With that base hit, Rendon to second base. 2 men on, 1 guy in scoring position. Replay of that one, just had to reach out a little bit for the cutter and carried it right over second base. So brings up Miguel Sano, but a chopper to second. That is an easy double play for the Orioles to end the first inning. Patrick Sandoval gets the start here on opening day over Reed Detmers. A 7-13 record last year, over 144 innings pitched. But the ERA and the whip are hopefully going to be a lot better this season. Mullins starts opening day in the 1 spot, and he takes ball 1. He's a speedy outfielder, playing center most of the time. Got to watch out for steals as well. 2-2 on the way, and he swings through the slider on the far away corner. First out, first strikeout for Sandoval. And now a grounder to first base by Westberg on just the second pitch, and a quick 2 outs. That brings up catcher Adley Rutschman. Supposed to be around the .270 average this season, coming off a really promising 2023, but he grounds out to second base, and a quick first inning here. No runs aboard. Mickey Moniak leads off the second for Los Angeles. And he's behind the cutter. That was right down the middle. And now at the bottom of the zone, no help from the umpire for us, and Moniak's down 0-2. And the curveball got him. Next up is Brandon Drury. All right, another one at the knees, but I'll call it a strike. Count goes even, and he chases the slider on the outside. So 2 strikeouts here in the second for Corbin Burnes. Taylor Ward up for the first time, looking at strike 1. Next pitch, chase the cutter on the outside. Timed it well, but right to Jorge Mateo for the easy out. So next up is Santander batting cleanup today for Baltimore. He leads off the second. 1-1 pitch. Swung through the 12-6 curve. Beautiful pitch there from Patrick Sandoval. But Santander rips one past Drury into right field for a base hit. Next up is Ryan Mountcastle. Obviously his first plate appearance of the season. Inside slider got him swinging. And now the 2-seamer goes foul. Upstairs, he's caught looking. Fastball high in the zone. Second K for Patrick Sandoval. Next batter is Austin Hayes. 12-6 curve. Makes a miss, and now he's out. Already his 3rd strikeout. Impressive stuff right there. Another 12-6 curve against Austin Hayes. 1-0 to Gunnar Henderson. It's a fly ball to left field. Ward can't get down, but it's out of reach and foul. There's ball 3. High and inside. Mateo on deck. 3-1 outside, and Henderson takes the walk. So 2 men on. Mateo next up. Popper here to right field. Moniak coming in for it, and the inning is over. Through 2. Tie ball game 0-0. The catcher Logan O'Hoppe steps up to the plate against Corbin Burnes. And this one is over the head of the first base umpire. Just a few yards foul. Next pitch is hammered to right center gap. This is going to be extra bases for O'Hoppe. He's got 84 speed or 64 speed or something. So definitely a solid base runner for us, especially when the ball is in the air. And he starts off with an leadoff double. Beautiful stuff right there. Batting 9th is Zach Neto. His first pitch is hit to left field. And we're going to hold O'Hoppe at 3rd base, so runners at the corners with no outs. Plenty of contact by the Angels batters. That's ball 1 to Shohei. And now another one. Mullins trying to track it down. He dives forward and got it, but we can tag up. And O'Hoppe heads home. The Angels are on the board first. Sack fly there for Shohei, and what a play here in center field by Cedric Mullins. Just absolute speed and a diving play to track it down. 97 feet covered. Pretty good route efficiency. That brings up Anthony Rendon on a perfect timing swing. And the runners advance. At the plate for the second time, it's Mike Trout taking the ball 1 cutter. Count goes even, and now a curveball left over the middle of the plate. Trout got almost all of it, and this one is gone to center field. Mike Trout is here on opening day, a 3-run blast straight to center. And the Angels open up this lead 4-0, just like that. Beautiful swing from Trout. The contact has been there for a lot of these Angels batters early on. So how can Miguel Sano follow up the home run? Well, with a strikeout. In front there on the slider. Third K for Burns. 2 outs for Moniak, and this umpire is giving us nothing to work with here. Thankfully, we are up 4-0, but count runs full for Moniak, and this is a flare to left field. It gets down, and he will reach.
Up next for the Angels.
And on first for Drury. This one is popped up, though, and Rutschman barely has to move for it. Colton Wong, a leadoff batter here in the 3rd inning for Baltimore. Second pitch on the way, and Moniak, easy one to grab down. Next up, Cedric Mullins in a 3-1 count. Ground ball gets through, and he will reach. Westberg behind in the count. Has to swing. And it's a fly ball to Trout. He saunters over, makes the catch, and Mullins has to hold at first base. Rutschman sends one right back to Trout. And the inning is over. Through 3, 4-0 LA. Got Ward, Ohtani, and Neto next up, and this is Taylor Ward getting down in right field. Opening off the 4th with a base hit. Love seeing that. Getting on base easily against Corbin Burns, and here's Ohtani again. He's 2 for 2. Ward rounding 3rd. He will get home. Another double for Ohtani. This time it's an RBI double. And the Angels tack on one more to their lead. And that's going to be it for Corbin Burns. Here in the 4th inning, he is done. Only got through 3 full ones and no outs here in the 4th. So in comes Dean Kremer. 13-5 record last year, 32 games played. 4.12 ERA, whip just above 1.3. First pitch is a fastball to Neto here. Had a single in his first at-bat, but now he pops one up here in the infields. Easy one there for Gunnar Henderson to grab. 1 out. This is Nolan Schanuel, and weak contact there. Easy one for Mullins to track down. The man on second trying to bring Ohtani home. Rendon with the line drive, but right to left field. Easy one for Austin Hayes. But Ohtani extends our lead to 5. Bottom of the 4th we go. Santander up again, and on a first pitch, he sends this one right to Trout in center field, but it gets down for another base hit. He leads off the 4th with a single, and now Mountcastle to right field. That's going to be extra bases. Santander is going to have to hold at 3rd, but a double for Mountcastle, and 2 runners now in scoring position for the O's. Austin Hayes at the plate. Another 12-6 curve. He just could not hold up on those. Sandoval's 4th strikeout. 1-0 to Henderson. That's a deep one. Left center gap, and it gets down. Ward doesn't have the speed to get there in time. Santander and Mountcastle score. And the Orioles are on the board with that triple from Gunnar Henderson. A runner on 3rd for Mateo. He grounds out, and he will bring him home. So 2 outs now and a 2-run ball game. Sandoval's allowed 3 runs thus far. No errors for the Angels. Wong in front of that slider. Next pitch upstairs, and Wong swung on it. Easy one for Moniak, and the fourth is over, but the Orioles get on the board, and they have closed our cushion. Top of the fifth, Mike Trout leads off, and just in front of the cutter. Almost got all that one. Count runs full, and now he sends one to right field. But it is tracked down easily by Santander. One out for Kremer. This is Sano ripping one up the guts, and he will get to first base. Moniak's third at bats in front of the high cutter. And he hammered that one, but just a few yards foul, and now a grounder blocked by Mountcastle at first. Sano will get to second base, so no double play, and 2 outs. And we get Sano home. Drury at bats, up the gut, it's through, and we're going to send Sano home. An RBI single for Brandon Drury. We tack on one more, extending our lead back to 3. 1-1 counts. Ward with a bit of a weak chopper. Easy play there for Westberg at third base, but Brandon Drury tacks on one more to our tally. We'll take it. 11 hits for the Angels here through 5 innings. Bottom of the fifth, Mullins leads off, and a beautiful bunt, and he's got the speed to get there easily. So that's just a good opening play here in the fifth. Full count for Westberg, and he sends this one to left field. Ward coming over, and Westberg with a little too much air under it, and not enough power. We hold Mullins at first base. Rutschman next up, and Mullins takes off and gets to second easily. So now a runner in scoring position. Got to be careful here. If they get a single, Mullins might be getting home pretty quickly. Dangerous slider over the middle. Luckily, Rutschman did not swing, but now he does on the inside fastball. And Ohtani can easily reel this one in. Trying to get through a full 5 innings with Sandoval. And he will. Santander finally is out. And they strand Mullins at second base. 6-3 lead for the Angels. Kremer stays in. And Ohtani sends it to left. A rocket shot on the first pitch of the inning. It's gone. Ohtani 3 for 3 today. 2 doubles and now a home run. 421, a 108 exit velo. This guy is off to a phenomenal start here on opening day. He just timed this one up well and got all of it. A no-doubter as soon as that one came off the bat. And the Angels go up 7-3. Our second home run there of the day. Neto next up. He sends a fly ball to left center. This one's got some carry, and it's gone! Mullins can't even reach for it. Back-to-back jacks for LA. That is how it's done. The third dinger of the day for the Angels. This one just below 400 feet. But Ohtani and Neto extend our lead to 5. That's how it's done, man. Just left that one right over the plates. It's too easy. That's going to do it for Kremer. In comes Dylan Tate. 16 holds last year and a very good whip. Less than 1.0. That is very impressive. So Rendon at the plate, and he chases the slider on the 0-2 count. The 2 outs. Trout at the plate. That's a base hit up the middle. So he's on to first base. Next up, Miguel Sano behind the sinker. 1 for 3 so far today, and now in front of the high slider. Next pitch, behind the sinker again. Solid sequence there for Tate, going right at Sano. But the Angels, 2 more home runs, solo shots to go up by 5. Gonna keep Sandoval in the game for now, trying to get through 6 full innings, but Mountcastle opens the 6th with a bomb here to left field that hops over the wall. A ground rule double, and that is gonna end Sandoval's day. You know, solid performance. Couldn't get through a full 6 innings for the credit there for the game, but we still are up with him on the mound. Matt Moore comes out. The former Blue Jay. High fastball, got Hayes looking. Count goes 1-2. Over the head of Rendon. Mountcastle heads to third base, and he will have to hold there. Runners at the corners for Baltimore. Got to be careful here. With Henderson up, that's a 5-4-3 double play. That brings home Mountcastle, so our lead's cut to 4, but we'll take the 2 outs right there, I think, with 2 guys on. Batting 8th is Jorge Mateo, the second baseman. A grounder right to Chanul, and the inning is quickly over. 8-4 through 6. 3 innings left to go. 14 hits for the Angels. With Moniak leading off the 7th. Down 0-1 in the count to Tate. The fly ball straight to center. Easy one for Mullins. Behind in the count, Drury is sent packing. Chase the outside slider. Tate pitching pretty well so far, but Ward is going to reach again. Some solid contact again. Solid contact and power from this Angels lineup, man. And now up comes O'Hoppe, who obviously had a home run in the previous inning against Dean Kremer. 3 for 3 days so far. Can he get on base again? That would be nice. Even counts, and they're going to say he went on the low slider, and he is quickly retired. The bottom 7. Wong leading off. Matt Moore still pitching for us. Ground ball to second base. Out number 1. Owens 2 for 3 so far. Looking at the first pitch. The knuckle curve just sat right there in the bottom of the zone. And now fouling off another one. The pitcher's counts. And he's caught looking. Fastball just on the inside of the zone. But Mullins never swung. That brings up Adley Rutschman. A flare to right field. Moniak saunters over and makes the grab, and we are 6 outs away from an opening day victory over a very good team. They're going to bring in Craig Kimbrell here. 3-time reliever of the year. Solid ERA and solid whip last season. Not an easy guy to face. This is Zach Neto popping out behind home plates. Rutschman easily grabs that one for out number 1. Now Chanul, the first baseman, 0 for 3 so far today. But he takes the count full. 3-2 pitch, fouled off. Trying to extend this at bat with a couple of foul balls. This is the 9th pitch, and he's caught looking. But at least he got the pitch count up for Kimbrell. 2 outs, 2-2 for Rendon. This one is blown to left field. And Austin Hayes makes the grab to end the top of the 8th. So we're going bottom. Orioles got to make their way back in this game to make it interesting. Santander 2 for 3 so far, and now he's 3 for 4. What is that, 3 singles for Santander here in this game? Pretty impressive start to his 2024 campaign. Mountcastle has also played well, but he swings through the knuckle curve. Count runs full. Matt Moore trying to go upstairs, and he got him swinging. That's Moore's second K. Next up, Austin Hayes, who has reached one time, but a wild pitch, and Santander gets to second easily. And with Matt Moore approaching a fairly high pitch count, that's going to do it for him. So in comes Jose Cisnero. It wasn't, very good last year, but going to give this guy a shot here in the 8th. 2-0 count, and no help from the umpire again. Should have been called a strike, obviously, but instead, 4 straight balls. And Hayes takes first base. A 2-man on for Henderson. 2-2 count, another one upstairs. The count runs full. Mateo on deck, and the bases are loaded. Things are getting kind of sketchy here in the bottom of the 8th. And now they're going to bring in Ryan O'Hearn, the pinch hitter, coming off a really strong 2023 season. Upstairs and out of the zone. Cisneros got to find the zone here. This one's low. Colton Wong on deck. 3-0 pitch, trying to go inside. That is a strike. You were calling that against us all day long. Where's the call for us? A run is walked in by Cisnero. He stays in. Finally a good call by the umpire. 1-2 pitch. Wong swings, and it's right to Moniak in right field. For out number 2, they will try and tag up. Moniak sends it, but it's just offline. If that was a good throw, then that's an out right there to end the inning. But instead, it's 8-6. Orioles trying to climb back in this game. But Mullins pops out to center fields. The 2 runs there for Baltimore, and it's a 2-run game. We're 3 outs away, but they're 2 runs away from tying things up. Brian Baker comes in to close this game out. 11 holds last year. A 33% strikeout rates. And Arias comes in at second base to close this game as well. Here we go. Mike Trout 3 for 4 so far. A home run, 2 singles, 3 RBIs. And he leads off the top of the 9th. Down 0-2. And late on the inside fastball. Arias under it for out number 1. Miguel Sano in the 4th spot here behind the low fastball. It's been a problem for him here in this first game, and now barely in front of the cutter. Down 1-2 in the count behind the fastball again. That's got him a couple of times here. The 2 outs for Brian Baker, excuse me. Moniak at the plate chasing the low circle change below the knees. Ugly swing there. We're going bottom 9 with Westberg, Rutschman, Santander due up. This game's not even close to being over, folks. You bring in Carlos Estevez, last year's closer, 31 for 35 on last year's save opportunities. He will get the chance here. Westberg, his 5th plate appearance after an 0 for 3 stint and a walk as well back in the 7th. Swinging through that high and inside ball, and now fouling off the slider. 1-2 pitch down the pipe, and luckily Westberg does nothing with it. Out number 1. Next up is going to be Adley Rutschman. 0 for 4 so far today. But he's ahead in the count, and this one is hammered. Left center gap. It is going to hop over the wall. Ground rule double for Rutschman. Now a runner in scoring position again for Baltimore. Do not want to let this team back in this game, especially in a 1-run game. Santander next up, and luckily on the first pitch, a fly ball to Trout in center field will hold Rutschman at second base with 2 outs. Here's our chance. Ryan Mountcastle might be the last opportunity here for Baltimore to win this ball game. That slider's low. 2-0 count, or inside rather. Another slider that misses for Estevez. 3-0. High and inside. And Mountcastle takes the base. The 2-man on. Winning run at the plate. Austin Hayes chases that slider. He's been swinging a lot here in this game. But not this time. The 1-1 from Estevez. Up. Can we get some help here? That is a strike. Come on, man. 2-1 upstairs. So Estevez falling behind here. Do not want to load the bases. 12-6 curve. Got him to swing. Drury is there to first base, and the game is over. The Angels take opening day 8-6. It got dicey towards the end, but the bullpen comes in and it gets things done despite a couple of walks and base hits. And we start off our season 1-0. A great win here on the road. So double-digit hits for both teams and a lot of walks allowed by the Angels, but only one guy for us did not get on base, and that was Nolan Sandoval, who went 0 for 4 in his 4 at-bats, but everybody else had at least one hit. No walks for us. Very aggressive swing in here and aggressive plate appearances for the Angels, but 6 strikeouts, 6 walks against Baltimore. You take the win every time. So obviously, great to start off the year 1-0. We're going to probably get into our first home game, our home opener against the Red Sox here on the 5th of April next time around. And then we'll probably get through a lot of the season after that moving forward. But it's always nice to start off undefeated, but we aren't the only ones who did so. The Rangers won 8-0. The Astros won 8-6. While the Mariners and A's both lost. We'll see how the year unfolds from here on out, guys, but that was opening day. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time for our home opener at Angel Stadium.